Oke, selamat pagi, selamat siang, selamat sore, dan selamat malam, teman-teman. Dan di sini ada Kak Pameloss Satria, sang mutan VTuber kesukaan kalian. Oke, tinggikan voltase dan getarkan semangatmu. Let's go. Oke, ya. Dan di sini Kak Pameloss akan memainkan game Genshin Impact lagi dan tentu saja lanjut quest Archon seperti biasa ya. Kita akan melanjutkan quest Archon. Ini melewati tirai yang belum lanjutnya berarti penyakit kronis. Oke. Kunjungi Collei. Penyakit sebentar guys. Kita atur ini ku dulu. Oke, seginilah cukup. Oke, kunjungi Collei di rumah kan, rumahnya kayak itu. Tesut.
It's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tighnari? What are you doing here? Where's Collei?
I came to check on Collei's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Oke. Ya sakit
You mean she's
guys.
sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
Ya kau
No,
beban.
no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something
Sampai
that
gue.
Collei has been dealing with for some time. Collei has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing.
So, Tighnari, what's really wrong with Collei?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Collei just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Oke, quiet. Oke, kita jangan di sini guys. Katanya kita berbeda di sini nih. Oke. Loh. Aduh. Yailah.
5 menit kemudian.
Oke, kita kembali lagi di start awal. Nggak start awal ya. Ini. Oke. Nanti habis ngobrol sama tighnari, disuruh diam dan agak menjauh. Sini. Maaf tadi kepencet ya. Sempat ke close. Genshin Impact.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Collei told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Collei is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Collei asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Collei revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tighnari, what exactly is wrong with Collei? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Oke.
That sounds
Bisa
terrifying.
lumpuh ya.
Wait, hold on. So when Collei seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier,
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage.
Oh,
However,
oh
there is
ternyata bukan
unfortunately
trauma,
still
guys.
no true cure for
Dia kena
Elazar.
penyakit.
Nevertheless, Collei's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Collei over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Collei and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Collei was with them. However, Collei's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Collei is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel
Oh
deathly
iya,
afraid
bener,
of someone
bener
touching
trauma,
her.
guys. Trauma plus
Paimon had
ada
no
penyakit.
idea Collei's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Collei wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Collei once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tighnari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Collei's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Collei's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Collei too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilot Pala Lotus. It's
Nilot
often
Pala
used to help
Lotus.
those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Oke. Kita cari tumbuhan kayaknya ya.
Where exactly are we going to find
Oh,
this
yeah.
plant?
Oke, kesini. Oke. Let's go.
Nilot Pala Lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilot Pala Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. There should be Nilot Pala Lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Oke, kita cari tanaman Nikopla. Nidlot para mana nih? Ini kah apa ini? Enggak, bukan. Oh, itu ada kumpul sekitar sini. Sekitar sini. Berarti di air juga bisa. Oh, ini nih. Oh ya, 1, 2, 3. Semua aja lah.
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilot.
Kok gini lagi? Maaf guys.
A few moments later.
Oke, lanjut. Udah ketemu tanamannya, kita ambil semua lah. Oke. Kayaknya nih
We got the
butuh
lotuses you requested.
Rehat dulu ini komputerku ya.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey, Tighnari!
Oh, Tighnari!
Oke, ini siapa
Someone's
nih?
calling your name! They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
Oke. Ada masalah baru kah? Atau gimana nih? Oke, penyakit kronis.
Tighnari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going...
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tighnari! Why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Wah, kau
Yes,
meremehkan
Amir is
Lumina ya.
absolutely right. I
Lumina punya
wasn't
7
kidding when I
vision
said the
ini.
rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tighnari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Oke. Masih lanjut, guys. Masih lanjut. Nah. Oke. Sampai, guys.
Stop. Don't move any
Stop.
further. Look there, in the distance.
Apakah ada monster?
Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
Oke. Oh, kita ganti dulu. Kayaknya ada musuh
First,
ini.
we must locate any branches sustaining the...
Sebentar, kita ganti dulu, guys.
We'll need a strategy.
The pleasure is all mine.
Sebentar. Kita pakai meta hyper pro aja.
Wait for my signal.
Sebentar ini.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
What they do this?
Dah. Dan ada musuhnya. Kita basmi dulu.
This way for you a little. Hold the line.
Bow your head.
Loh. Oke, kita kira apa kan ya? Kumpulkan tighnari dong. Bagaimana maksudnya? Oh ini.
Grow.
Settle down.
Kita basmi dulu semuanya, guys. Terus, oh ini, tuh, bantu tighnari bersihkan weather. Pakai apa? Tighnari selalu apa ya? Kumpulkan tighnari lalu. Oh, gini ya kah?
Silence.
Loh, enggak ya? Bentar. Charger attack kan gini. Oh iya. Oh iya. Tuh. Enggak ngefek ya. Oh ya, bisa. Bentar, ini kah? Wah, kiba. Wah. Salah. Woi, bisa cuy. Oke. Paham aku.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care
Wah,
of the
ada
tumor.
monsternya dong. Loh.
Allow me.
Bow your head.
Now, destroy the tumor of the wither.
Wah. Nice.
Did it! Everything's returning to...
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to...
Tighnari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright. It's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, if that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, I'm still not sure of the exact reason.
Pantas saja kayak
However,
ada
I've received
gurunnya
word from
juga ya.
acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downward. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Oke.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irmin's soul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irmin's soul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsoul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Oke. Oke, belum selesai guys, masih lanjut lah. Oke, kemana nih? Sinilah paling dekat. Oke.
Oh, Tighnari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tighnari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help.
Oke.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her, well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Oke.
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?